What's interesting though is that when men get divorced, when men take L's, they don't get articles written out about them. A new life after 60. I was devastated by a divorce at 70, but at 102, I know the secrets of a well lived life. So there's this idea that women of the past were different. And I do push back on this idea. I would say that women of the past had less opportunity and less choice. But had they been given the same thing, I think they would have made the same choices. I don't know why guys, they always want like they think that if they go to a different country or if they go to a different point in history, women still won't be women. But yeah, that's not what I see because I've interviewed older women and their answers are kind of similar. All right, a new start after 60. I was devastated by a divorce at 70, but at 102, I knew the secrets of a well lived life. It's hard to put a size on things that can happen in your life, Gladys McCarthy says. At 102, it's understandable she would feel this way. Shortly after she was 70, her husband, Bill, to whom she had been married for 46 years, handed her divorce papers. He had been carrying them in a briefcase for 6 months and said he would appreciate a prompt signature. McGarry and Bill had not only been married for decades, but were also close colleagues. They were both doctors who had trained as practitioners and were among the co-founders of the American Holistic Medicine Association in 1978. For the duration of their marriage, they had shared a clinic in Phoenix, Arizona, as well as having 6 children together. So when the marriage ended, Bill had started a relationship with another colleague. McGarry not only lost her life partner, but also her business partner too. It blindsided me and I was broken, she says. So, a lot of times, what happens is this is like the feminist worst nightmare to spend your youth on a guy and to have a bunch of kids, and now you're kind of screwed when you're old. That's like feminist worst nightmare. Now, let's be honest. The majority of the time, women are the ones leaving, so this isn't overly likely to happen, but this is the worst nightmare. Her daughter, Helen, had recently joined a practice, and mother and daughter went their own way, opening a new nearby clinic in Scottsdale. While McGarry had something to get up for each morning, the pain of her separation was immense, the hardest thing she had ever faced. Harder, she says, than the boot of cancer she went through in her 30s and 90s. As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. It's not a matter of getting over stuff. It's a matter of living through it, she says now, speaking on a Zoom call from a house that she built at Helen's invitation behind her daughter's home. If you can live through issues that you've been faced with, they become one of your teachers. But it's a slow process. It wasn't until 93 that I really accepted it, she said, and clutching with the air in her hand. You get to that part where you can kind of hang on. One turning point came when McGarry was driving back from her and Helen's clinic, and she received an invitation to Bill's wedding. I was so angry, I was screaming. I pulled over to the side of the road and thought to myself, are you going to keep going on like this? This is really gross. So the other question is, what kind of wife was she for 50 years? Because men have an innate sense of guilt, right? They really don't like leaving women. It's like in their biology to not and to keep taking care of women. I mean, that's why so many men stay with like fat wives, bitchy wives, nagging wives. So if he divorced her, my question is he was he really bad, just an evil guy who wanted to leave his wife, or maybe what was her part to play? Um, her parents. Okay, wait. So she. Okay, wait. McGarry is a Presbyterian. Her parents were medical missionaries, and she was raised in India till she was 15 in a car. In the car, a verse from the Bible came to her. This is the Lord the day has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So she bought a license plate for her car, and she said, be glad, to remind her there was a lot in her marriage that I really treasured. Looking back, she can now see that her divorce was a critical and constructive turning point. Prior to that, I really didn't trust my own voice. Being dyslexic meant that she always had to feel slow. I really didn't think I had a voice, she said. I knew I had a voice. After the divorce, it was no longer Bill and Gladys. It was Gladys McGarry, medical doctor. I reclaimed what I had. It was not just as Bill's partner. I don't regret 1 minute that I spent as Bill's wife, she said. But while he died in 2008, my life is taking an amazing dimension that are completely not associated with him. What I chose is working for me. McGarry never remarried. People would ask if I was dating, and I would say, why would I take care of another old man? No, thank you. She retired at 86, but continued to offer telephone consultations. She has appointments after we finish speaking. She no longer has a license to practice, but as she puts it, nobody told me I had to stop talking. Indeed, at 100, she discovered a 10x talk on holistic medicine and her central belief that she has a colleague within each patient who does the healing, as I do the other part of it, which is what I know and understand to be the field of medicine. Okay, so what's interesting though is that when men get divorced, when men take L's, they don't get articles written out about them. So, I mean, how many 100-year-old, or maybe not 100, but like 80-year-old guys are completely screwed because their wife left them and robbed them? But we have a whole society that if women ever take an L, there's like a whole infrastructure in place to make them feel like it's not an L and we're just victims. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Special announcement: the corn star Brittany Lamora is coming on Friday to have a discussion, so that'll be kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna play my divorce documentary trailer while I go blow my nose because